I distrust those people who know so well what God wants them to do because I notice it always coincides with their own desires. I think the girl who is able to earn her own living and pay her own way should be as happy as anybody on earth. The sense of independence and security is very sweet. Woman must not depend upon the protection of man, but must be taught to protect herself. Forget conventionalisms. Forget what the world thinks of you stepping out of your place. Think your best thoughts, speak your best words, work your best works, looking to your own conscience for approval. Men, their rights, and nothing more. Women, their rights, and nothing less. Failure is impossible. I pray every single moment of my life, not on my knees, but with my work. My prayer is to lift women to equality with men. Work and worship are one with me. Our job is not to make young women grateful. It is to make the ungrateful so they keep going. Gratitude never radicalized anybody. There shall never be another season of silence until women have the same rights men have on this green earth. When a man says to me, "Let us work together in the great cause you have undertaken, and let me be your companion and aid, for I admire you more than I have ever admired any other woman," then I shall say, "I am yours truly." But he must ask me to be his equal, not his slave. It would be ridiculous to talk of male and female atmospheres, male and female springs or rains, male and female sunshine. How much more ridiculous is it in relation to mind, to soul, to thought, where there is as undeniably no such thing as sex, to talk of male and female education and of male and female schools. Resistance to tyranny is obedience to God. Independence is happiness. The women of this nation in 1876 have greater cause for discontent, rebellion, and revolution than the men of 1776. No man is good enough to govern any woman without her consent. There is not a woman born who desires to eat the bread of dependence, no matter whether it be from the hand of father, husband, or brother. For anyone who does so eat her bread places herself in the power of the person from whom she takes it. I don't want to die as long as I can work. The minute I cannot, I want to go. If I could live another century, I do so want to see the fruition of the work for women in the past century. There is so much yet to be done. I see so many things I would like to do and say, but I must leave it for the younger generation. We old fighters have prepared the way, and it is easier than it was 50 years ago when I first got into the harness. The young blood, fresh with enthusiasm and with all the enlightenment of the 20th century, must carry on the work. They are bright children, but it is sad to feel that the moment any of them holds his head up, shows signs of being a citizen, he will have a flat stone put upon it. It is a hard fate that lies before the colored people of this nation who are specially gifted, and yet the only way to save the race question is to educate both races. The blacks to be equal to their opportunities, the white be willing to share their privileges. Trust me that as I ignore all law to help the slave, so will I ignore it all to protect an enslaved woman. Organize, agitate, educate must be our war cry. It was we, the people, not we, the white male citizens, nor yet we, the male citizens, but we, the whole people, who formed the Union. And we formed it, not to give the blessings of liberty, but to secure them, not to the half of ourselves and the half of our posterity, but to the whole people, women as well as men. Wherever women gather together, failure is impossible. I look for the day when the only criterion of excellence or position shall be the ability and character of the individual. And this time will come. Nothing is hopeless that is right. I do not assume that woman is better than man. I do assume that she has a different way of looking at things. Women should have equal pay for equal work, and they should be considered equally eligible to the offices of principal and superintendent, professor and president. So you must insist that qualifications, not sex, shall govern appointments and salaries. It's too bad that our bodies wear out while our interests are just as strong as ever. We ask justice. We ask equality. We ask that all the civil and political rights that belong to citizens of the United States be guaranteed to us and our daughters forever. What an absurd notion that women have not intellectual and moral faculties sufficient for anything else but domestic concerns.